Hi, I'm Andrei Minkov, and in this video, I'll walk you through 7 red flags you should watch out for when you shop around for trademarking services.
Get it trademarked with Trademark Factory.
I founded Trademark Factory because I saw thousands of brand owners ripped off by all sorts of websites and law firms who hide behind terms of service agreements that nobody reads. They take advantage of people's natural desire to simplify complex processes by promising to trademark your brand in a matter of minutes for next to nothing. We created a way business owners can get their brands trademarked for a guaranteed budget with a 100% money back guarantee, which is something that nobody else does. So if you want to protect your brand with a guaranteed result for a guaranteed budget, you can just simply follow the link in the description below. But hey, we understand that Trademark Factory may not be for everyone. But even if you choose not to work with us, we still want to help you avoid the common pitfalls. So if you see any of these red flags when shopping around to get your brand trademarked, run away. You're about to get ripped off. So let's get right into it. Red flag number 1, price is too damn low. Let me give you the stats so you can do your own math. The trademarking process takes over a year. There's a lot of back and forth happening between you and the trademarks office. Office actions are issued against 68% of trademark applications. That means that the trademarks office will refuse your trademark application unless you respond to their letter that's called an office action. Again, 68%. Responding to many office actions takes over 20 hours. Even when professionals do it. The average hourly rate of a trademark attorney is anywhere from $300 to $500 an hour. So here's $1 million question. How much time do you expect an experienced trademark attorney to spend on your trademark? For $69, for $199, or even $399. That too good to be true low price usually means you're representing yourself. You're getting 0 time from experienced trademarks attorneys working on your case. Except in the most straightforward cases, your trademark application will be refused unless you spend a lot more money on attorneys and trademark agents trying to fix a flawed trademark application later. So don't expect the $69.99 or whatever the ridiculously low amount you can find to actually cover the entire process. With Trademark Factory, you do get experienced trademark attorneys and trademark agents to handle the entire trademarking process from start to finish for a single, all-inclusive flat fee. No hidden costs, no surprises. You know exactly what you're paying for. Red flag number 2. You see satisfaction guarantee or 100% guarantee or refiling guarantee or some of those other guarantees. Now, let's get one thing out of the way first. A guarantee is not about fulfilling the main promise. It's about minimizing the negative consequences of breaking the main promise. Now, when you buy a car, it comes with a guarantee that it will be free of defects. But it doesn't mean that you can be 100% sure that the car will not have a single problem. What the guarantee does is that it creates an obligation for the car manufacturer to repair or replace the defective vehicle at no cost to you. Similarly, nobody can guarantee that your trademark will be approved. The purpose of the guarantee is to address situations when your trademark does not get approved. And this is precisely where all those websites offering satisfaction guarantees, 100% guarantees, and refiling guarantees fall flat on their face. Remember, the scope of online trademark filing services is limited to filing your application. You can be perfectly satisfied with the experience of getting your trademark filed and still end up with no registration and no refund months later when the process is complete. And if you bring up the issue of guarantee, well, their terms of service will indicate that as long as they filed your application, there will be no refunds. Other than creating a false sense of security, the guarantee gives you absolutely nothing. Because if they cannot guarantee the approval of your trademark or refunding your money in case your trademark is refused, it kind of begs the question, what exactly are they guaranteeing? So some firms will offer a refiling guarantee, which means that if your trademark does not go through, you can file another one through them. Some even have the audacity to offer you as little as $50 toward your future trademarks. But what if you don't have another brand to trademark, or if you're simply not happy with their services? Well, tough luck. Now, let me give you an analogy. You go to a dentist and they do a horrible job on your tooth. Now, you complain and they say, sure, no problem, we'll offer you to do another one of your teeth for free. Now, how do you feel about that offer? Right? That's why if you don't see 100% money back in front of the word guarantee, treat it as a big red flag. It's not about satisfaction. It's not about 100% guarantee, which means nothing. It's not about refiling guarantee. Money back, that's what you should be looking for. And Trademark Factory uniquely offers a real 2-layer 100% money back guarantee. If we do the search and spot any concerns with registrability of your brand, you can get a full refund right away, no questions asked. We don't keep any service charges. You get all of it back, completely risk-free. And if a trademark that we told you would be registrable doesn't get approved by the trademarks office, you get a full refund as well, regardless of how many hours our legal team had spent on your file. You get back everything you paid us. If we can't deliver on our promise, we don't deserve your money. Simple as that. Red flag number 3. If you see the website mention direct hit searches, direct conflict searches, knockout searches, identical searches, clearance searches, run away. All of these adjectives before the word search are synonyms for useless. Direct hit searches only catch identical matches. For example, a direct hit search would not catch Microsoft Software Solutions because, well, guess what? Microsoft never bothered to trademark Microsoft Software Solutions, so it will not be found by a direct hit search. But guess how long it would take for Microsoft's lawyers to be on your case? Not very long. Also, direct hit searches will not identify formal registrability issues such as descriptiveness or genericness that make your trademark unregistrable. Unless you're okay with the risk of finding out many months later that the trademark you filed had no chances of success and that all the money you spent promoting your brand was wasted, make sure you get a proper, comprehensive trademark search with a registrability opinion. With Trademark Factory, a comprehensive trademark registrability assessment is included in our one flat fee to ensure your brand has the best chance of being registered. If we identify any issues, we share them with you so you can decide whether you want to get a full refund, come up with a different brand, or proceed with your original pick at your own risk. So see how this works together with a guarantee, right? First, we identify if it's doable. and we put a guarantee on top of that. Red flag number 4. If you go through their website and you don't see anywhere that they're mentioning that office actions are included into their package, or if they say that only procedural office actions are included, run away. Because filing your trademark application is just the first step in the process. The real work begins after the trademarks office reviews your trademark application in a few months. As I mentioned earlier, the trademarks office will issue at least one office action for 68% of all filed trademark application. It means that in 2/3 of the cases, you will need to hire an attorney to fix a poorly written application for about $300 to $500 an hour, if it's even at all possible at that stage, because some office actions cannot be overcome. Your second option would be to respond to the office action yourself, again, assuming that it's still possible to do that at that stage and assuming that you have the knowledge to do it. Or your third option would be to just let your trademark application die. And guess what? Procedural or non-substantive office actions are the ones that require virtually no knowledge of trademark law and take just a few minutes to deal with. The only office actions that really matter are those about descriptiveness and the likelihood of confusion. They're the ones that take the most amount of time to respond to. Coincidentally, they're the ones that require the most knowledge and experience with trademark laws. If they are not covered, be prepared to spend a pretty penny paying attorneys by the hour to fix your application. Now, to give you an analogy, getting trademarking services with only non-substantive office actions included is like buying a car with a warranty that only covers pumping tires and replacing stoplights, whereas failed engine, transmission, or electronics are not covered. So much for the guarantee, right? So be very clear about whether substantive office actions about descriptiveness and likelihood of confusion are covered. Otherwise, treat it as a massive red light. Now, Trademark Factory's all-inclusive flat fee does cover responding to any and all office actions, no matter how many, no matter how complex. And if we fail to overcome the objections cited against your trademark application, you get a full refund. Red flag number 5. If you see any of these trigger words on their website, run away. Here's the list. Review for technical issues, obvious errors, compliance. Here's why it's a problem. In many countries, only licensed attorneys are allowed to provide legal advice because most online trademark filing websites are not allowed to provide legal advice based on whatever regulations they're governed by. They must limit their scope of review of the information you give them to technical issues, obvious errors, and general compliance. It means you're not getting any meaningful advice on whether you should file for a word mark or a design mark, whether you should claim color as a feature of your mark, whether your specimens of use are acceptable, which goods and services you should include in your trademark application and for which classes, whether you should claim conventional priority for your mark, or any other important issues with your trademark application. Now, let's take goods and services, for example. Except in the clearest of cases, most brand owners don't really know what should go into their list. For example, put yourself for a moment in the shoes of Nike, Apple, or Tony Robbins. What goods and services would you list in your trademark application? Again, if you're Nike, beyond sneakers and t-shirts, what else are you going to put there? If you're Apple, what are you going to say? If you're Tony Robbins, what would you put in your trademark application, right? Online trademark filing services will not help you with that list because that qualifies as legal advice and they're afraid to do that. They'll just use whatever information you throw at them. All you're paying them for is technical assistance with filling out the form on Trademark Office's website. Now, that may be worth $69 because it does save time. It makes filing your trademark application a lot more convenient. But most business owners mistakenly believe that they're paying for real trademarking services, and that's not what they're getting. With Trademark Factory, on the other hand, you get all the advice you need so we can file a trademark application that reflects the needs of your business and your brand as they are today and as they will be in the years to come. We work with you to build a list of goods and services that reflect your vision and then express them in terms that would have a good chance of being accepted by the Trademarks Office. Red flag number 6. File in 15 minutes or register today. If you see these headlines and call to action buttons that promise you to trademark your brand in a matter of minutes, this means that nobody conducts the proper trademark searches to ensure registrability of your brand. It means that nobody assesses the goods and services that go into your trademark application. And all that means is that they just take the information you supply to them and mindlessly file your trademark application. They don't care about the end result because the scope of their services ends with the filing of your mark. Or even worse, they may actually benefit from this when they or lawyers affiliated with them start charging you by the hour to fix your flawed trademark application. Now, at Trademark Factory, we know that speed is important. We're the ones who always say that it's often too late but never too early to trademark your brand, but quickly filing a faulty application does you no good. That's why we make sure to get your trademark filed the right way. Our process typically takes 2 to 3 business days, but that's how we achieve our 99.3% rate of success unseen in the trademarking industry. And finally, red flag number 7. If you see somewhere it says attorney-led, attorney review, or service support, run away. All of these are just euphemisms for you are representing yourself. Yes, an attorney will consult you in the process, but the application will not have an attorney of record. You are solely responsible for the process. You are on your own. That's why it's a red flag. It's a trap. Look, I hate government licensing and regulations more than most people out there. I strongly believe that bar associations and law societies are not there to help clients, but to allow power-hungry bureaucrats to rule over lawyers. But there's a huge difference between using an Uber as opposed to government-regulated taxis and, let's say, using an online trademark filing website as opposed to being properly represented before the Trademarks Office. When you ride with companies like Uber and Lyft, you typically get better service for less money, right? You get picked up faster in a cleaner car by a friendlier driver, and you pay less to get you from point A to point B. That's great. With trademarking, you are not getting the same service by avoiding the use of attorneys and trademark agents. If you don't have an attorney of record, you must respond to all office actions yourself. If you don't have an attorney of record, you must remember all deadlines yourself. If you don't have an attorney of record, you must deal with all oppositions and cancellations yourself. If you don't have an attorney of record, you must deal with every single step that happens after your application is filed yourself. Why? Because nobody other than yourself and a properly appointed attorney of record or a registered trademark agent in Canada can communicate with a trademarks office on your behalf. Now, Trademark Factory makes sure that every trademark application is filed and handled from start to finish by an experienced attorney or a trademark agent. These attorneys and agents will receive all correspondence from the Trademarks Office and respond to it on your behalf at no extra cost to you, of course. These attorneys and agents will make sure you can focus on growing your business while they focus on doing the only one thing they're great at, getting your brand trademarked. So let me summarize the 7 red flags you should avoid at all costs. Of course, if you care about your brand at all. Number 1, don't fall for the ridiculously low prices. You get what you pay for. Number 2, if a guarantee does not mean that you get a full refund in case your trademark application is refused, it's a useless guarantee. Number 3, filing a trademark with anything less than a comprehensive trademark search with a registrability assessment is like driving blindfolded. Number 4, if their services don't cover responding to office actions about descriptiveness and likelihood of confusion, be prepared to spend thousands of dollars in hourly attorney fees. Number 5, review for compliance is a euphemism for our software and our clerks are going to correct typos, but don't expect any meaningful guidance. Number 6, file in 15 minutes is a euphemism for you can fill out our form and pay us in less than 15 minutes. That's it. Number 7, if an attorney of record or a registered trademark agent are not handling your trademark application, you are handling your trademark application yourself. I hope this video helps you avoid these red flags. Now, seriously, there are a few things more painful to me than seeing brand owners who thought they were doing what needed to be done to protect their brands, but who, after months of back and forth and thousands of dollars in legal bills, ended up with no registered trademarks and no refunds. So if it helps even one brand owner avoid getting ripped off, I didn't waste my time recording this video. If you learned something new, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And if you want to trademark your brand the right way, follow the link in the description. And until then, I'll see you in the next video.